Alrighty, good morning. We are going to work on adding and subtracting polynomials only because I know that this is a stumbling block and this is on your assessment that's coming up, it's on your review that's coming up, and some of you are going to be like, oh, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to go over one of these problems. I want you to remember that when you are subtracting this is actually a binomial, not a polynomial, but the overall, if you have more than one term, it's considered a polynomial. You have to change the signs on both of the terms, okay? So if I was subtracting this, I'm adding this, so the only thing I'm going to change my signs on is negative 1/6 x, and I'm going to make it positive 3/4 x. That is not the one I'm going to do. There are only 6 problems on this packet. So you need to make sure that you're getting them correct, and I would check your answers. You guys are not doing that very much. I get a lot of, can you check this for me? Can you look over this for me? When there is a way for you to do that by putting your answer back in or going the opposite way. Now, this is a little more complicated, but I would be definitely checking with a friend. I am going to do number 3 because this is a problem that I know that there's one of these on your assessment, similar. I also know that there's something similar on your review. So hopefully this will help you be ready for that. Rectangle KLM has a length represented by the expression 5x minus 4. So I have KLMN, and it says a length of 5x minus 4. By the way, do all your work on separate notebook paper. And a width with an expression of 2x plus 7. Rectangle VXYZ, so then I have another rectangle, VXYZ, has a length represented by x minus 2, length, and width represented by the expression 4x plus 4. Which of the following expressions can be used to represent the difference in the perimeters of these rectangles? And it says A, B, C, D, P, so it's wrong here. This is supposed to be K, L, M, N. It's a typo, and this one is V, X, Y, Z. If you're watching this video, then that shouldn't confuse you because I've given you that there is a typo. You know, not everything out there is correct. Yes, the answers are fine. Don't worry, but it's just a typo, so we're going to fix that, okay? So, first off, if you have a shape, a room, a shape, whatever it might be, first thing you need to do, let's draw it. So it's rectangle, and I'm going to use this. And I don't draw pretty. It doesn't matter about that. KLMN, okay? And I'm going to put my length, 5x minus 4. If this side is 5x minus 4, this side is 5x minus 4. Why do I want you to draw it? Because a lot of you will forget that you have 4 sides on a rectangle. Don't worry, I understand this because I see it happen over and over and over. And you'll say, oh no I won't, but you'll get so caught up in the question that you will. Okay, so this prevents you from making that mistake, and you know that to find perimeter, it's at all sides, isn't it? All right, so then here is rectangle VXYZ, and I've got a length of x minus 2, a width of 4x plus 4, and if I only write that, when I go to do my problem, it's very easy for me to forget that I also have another x minus 2 and a 4x plus 4. Okay? These are complicated, more than one step problems, and so you really want to know what you're doing here. The other thing is the question. So the question was the difference in the perimeters. And you can shorthand this, you can do it however you want, but you need to remember, what is it ultimately I'm looking for? Because a lot of you will solve, but then you won't do the final step because it'll ask you for, let's say, the angle measures on that one question that a lot of you solved for x, but then you didn't go back and put it back in for x on each angle and find the actual angle measures, okay? All right, so here's our work. So we need the difference of the perimeters. So the first step here would be to find the perimeters of each. All right, so K, L, M, N, and I'm going to find the perimeter of it. And I can do this two ways, and I'm going to show you both ways. 5x minus 4 plus 5x minus 4 plus 2x plus 7 plus 2x plus 7. I think that's way more complicated than doing this. I have two of these, so I'm just going to do it right down here. 2 times 5x minus 4 plus, I have two of these, so 2 times 2x plus 7. Now I'm going to distribute my multiplication. So this is perimeter equals 2 times 5 is 10x, 2 times negative 4. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of you out there that just need to take the time. 2 times negative 4. And if you haven't downloaded the calculator app by now, you need to do so. Okay, so it's negative 8. So I'm subtracting 8 plus 2 times 2, which is 4x, 2 times 7. Some of you are still not doing this correctly. It's called the distributive property of multiplication. Okay, so now all I need to do is combine like terms. So I have two terms with x, so I can put those together. Do it one step at a time. Don't try and do too much at once. So I'm going to take my 10x and my 4x and make it 14x. I still have my, and I can do this just so I know what I've done, plus 14. Now I'm going to combine my negative 8, and I highly suggest you're putting it in your calculator because you guys do not know integers correctly. So that's going to be a positive 6, so 14x plus 6. That is my perimeter for KLMN. Okay, that's okay. Now I have to go and find my perimeter over here. Now see, I don't like this because this is what I can do. Down here, I can do P equals 2 times x minus 2 plus 2 times 4x plus 4. Okay, and so now it's 2 times x, which is 2x, 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4, plus 2 times 8, 2 times 4, which is 8x, 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 8. Okay, so I have 2x and 8x that I can put together. That gives me 10x. I've done both of those, so I've got minus 4 plus 8. A lot of you are still trying to cram you write your numbers all crammed together and you don't go to each line. You know, you try and write things right here. I mean, use the lined paper. It'll help you stay organized. So now I have, negative 4 plus 8, and I hope you're doing this in your calculator with me because you need to build a habit. Some of you know this, but some of you think you know it, and then you make mistakes, okay? So check it. 4. So 10x plus 4. So here's my perimeter. This is the perimeter of VXYZ. Okay, this was the perimeter of KLMN. Now, have I solved the answer? Nope. No, that answer choice isn't even there, is it? But that's not what the question was. It's what is the difference? What does difference mean? I hope you said subtraction in the perimeters. It's going to make a difference which one I subtract and which one I don't. So you always want to do the difference of this rectangle and this rectangle. So I'm going to take this one. So that is saying I need perimeter, the difference, and I'm writing this. I wouldn't necessarily expect you to have to do this, but you are doing the difference between, and I'm just writing this so that it's very clear, KLMN, and so I'm going to VXYZ. So I'm going to take my perimeter of KLL 14x plus 6, and I am going to subtract, and I'm going to put a parenthesis so I remember to change my signs, 10x plus 4. Okay, so this says I have to change the signs of both of these. Okay? So for me, I like to do it. You can do it two ways. I'm going to do it both ways. So I can do it this way. I'm going to show you the way I do it, and then I'll show you the other way. Negative 1 times this is negative 10x. Negative 1 times this is minus 4. Then I'm just combining because I have my terms lined up. 14x subtract 10x is 4x. 6 minus 4 is 2. There is my answer, okay, which is B. Okay? The other way you could go about doing this problem right here is this. After you have this written, you could rewrite it 14x plus 6 minus 10x minus 4. Okay? 14x minus 10x, 4x. Got that? Plus 6 minus 4. Then I've got plus 6 minus 4, 4x plus 2. Ooh, what happened here? What did we do wrong? I did it wrong here, didn't I? It's a plus. See? Oh, I made a mistake because I didn't use my calculator. Not thinking. I had a 6 minus 4 and I didn't use my calculator. Okay? See, I can even make mistakes. I'm trying to do two things at the same time. Somebody says your name, somebody says something, and you get distracted, and it's very easy to do. Okay? So, that is what it takes to answer this one problem. Okay? You only have 6 problems on this homework, and now you only have 5 to do. All right? This is due on Monday. Have a great day.